Yo, our bony homie is super massive, and so I want to pay active attention and not be passive. So forgiveness for shooting vertical. I will ask this. I'm not really sure if that rhymed, but whatever, dude. We're just gonna go with it. I will say that this guy has an incredible backstory. So the torso and the legs were developed by Grimlockimus. You guys know who Grimlockimus is? He is an insane customizer. Check him out on Twitter. I will put the link in the description. Like gnarly skills, dude. Painting, just new creations. Yeah, he is a creative force. And he built this thing a couple of years ago, the torso and the legs, that is, like 2021 in April. Now, I started this channel in January of 2021, and I remember seeing this, but at that time, like, I just didn't have the skills. I didn't quite know what I was looking at. I didn't even know how he put it together. But, now time has passed, obviously, and I've leveled up some. And I went back to go look at the post, and I'm not sure if he ever finished it, actually. I think he kind of left it as is. I'm not sure if he picked up the Wingfingers like he mentioned he would. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to pick up that torch, and I'm going to go have a go at it. I'm going to go have a go. So I went about doing it. I went about creating this. So this is an assignment, so to speak. And I added 3 wing fingers to this. In this build, I'm not going to show you the tutorial or something, dude. It's crazy how my man built it. There's so many crazy things about it. And more than anything, I'm just gonna go over some of the intricate details of his building process and try to kind of pick his brains a little bit. I mean, him not being here, obviously. I had to make a couple of adjustments as I added more parts, more Wingfinger parts to it, but very, very minor. The torso and the legs, like 99%, that's like his work. And I just really worked on the arms and the back. And also this kind of like weapon thing, which is pretty much just leftover parts, right? So I'm just going to remove that for now. Actually, I'm just going to start removing everything. Like, this is supposed to be some type of spear, javelin weapon, but the reality is, dude, he's not holding this, dude. This is super heavy, dude. And, it's just for looks. It's just for looks and show. I really like the way he used the thighs of the Ractonite to accentuate this kind of like powerful like muscles, like he's some football player or something like that. That's really cool. I typically put the racks on the bottom because just me physiologically, I have huge calves. And so in my mind, I'm like, okay, calves are on the bottom. But in the reality, like, yeah, my man made it like a true athlete, like a sports player. Like, dude, look at those. Look at those gams. Crazy. So let's see. I'm just going to start piecing him apart. I'm going to start taking him apart. And I'll just lighten the burden. Oh, and by the way, there's going to be a ton of little pieces of paper, as you can see over here. So one of the things about the fossilizers, and not just fossilizers, but 5mm connectors in general, they are from different factories. They're not from one factory. They're from several different factories. And depending on which factory they come from, the ones from the same factories are going to fit well with one another. And the ones that are from a different factory, they're not going to be a perfect fit. I mean, I know it's strange, right? You're thinking to yourself like, but they're all 5mm. And you're like, yeah, they are. But even though they are, there's like, I don't know what's the next scale down, nanometer, micrometer. I don't know. I'm making these things up. But when you start getting to that lower scale, those tiny integers, those numbers, they really make a difference. And so, for instance, like I have all of my Ptrex parts in like a bin right now, in a box. But sorry, it's not getting in focus. Like the neck port, right? The stalk of the neck, if you will. Danielson, the one that's threading these fists together. Like, if you take head A and you take body B, it'll either be super loose or super tight. It's just like that. If you take head A with body A, then they will fit perfectly. And so in my box, because they're all jumbled together, like, I don't know which parts are from which part, and they've gotten all mixed up over time. And so a lot of times I'll encounter stuff that just doesn't fit properly. Sometimes it's too tight, sometimes it's too loose. And certain ones, like my Ptrex head, won't even go down the torso of Ptrex because it's so tight, and other times it'll just go in and it'll just slip out like right away. But hey, so anyway, so if you do have a bunch of fossilizers and you see that they have a bunch of loose bits and you're kind of like upset about that, it might be because the parts got mixed up. Yeah. But yeah, so anyway, I created these arms. I added the little headstock to basically thread through the arms. And they're keeping kind of everything together because, Wingfinger is primarily just a bunch of bones. And I think I did a pretty decent job. I love the little spears that come out from the side. I love the fact that he has these like hooking claws. He also has these other set of claws and more spiky spikes. And more spikety spike. A little javelin thing over here in case he wants to pyaw. And and everything just kind of connects right there. So, but again, I don't know too many people that has triple wing, triple rack, and triple P-Trex, so I'm not really going to go into that. But just look at this thing, man. Hold up, let me bring this up. Dude, look at that. So this is how it was. This is more or less, this is how it was on Twitter. And, dude, it's so nice. It's so nice. Techniques that I would not have even thought of, just really, really brilliant stuff. And even though I've done a ton of fossilizer builds and stuff, like going through this just really helps me understand, like, wow, this person thinks so differently. They think so differently. Like keeping these at just like these random angles, so to speak. Like usually I would just like straighten them out or something like that. But no, they're really using this to like, dude, look at the contour, the heroic contour over here, the angle of the leg and stuff. They're really visualizing what they want to see and then making it come to life, and that's amazing. That is amazing. And so that first step of visualization goes a long, long way in terms of creating what you want. You need to be able to see it in your head first before deciding like, okay, this is what I want to make, So really, really great stuff. Bring this guy back up. I love the head crest design. And, this doesn't even like attach to the body in any way. It's all coming from like all these different things back here. And I couldn't actually see how he made the back because he only provided pictures from the front. And so I took some artistic liberties, but I was able to, I think, at least achieve most of what he was doing. But yeah, this is so cool. And so that means he visualized this first, the head crest with these spikes, and then said about like, okay, how do I all make it work? And a lot of times the way I design is I'm not there yet, I'm not there. I mean, sometimes I am, but it's like, I'll just be more like, all right, what fits where and how can I manipulate it versus thinking of what do I want to paint? What do I want to paint, and then going from there. And so anyway, my man is a G, dude. He has so many insane creations and conversions, repaints. Like, dude, they're so good. They're so good. And just being on Twitter, like, I don't know, I avoided Twitter for a long time just because I heard there's a lot of negativity. But dude, just like anything, there are a ton of artists there, man. There are a ton of artists, and like, I think I frequent that platform the most now, actually, just to go like look at stuff. And yeah. Okay. So this bit, that little thing, and this, I added this part, but they connect to the torso. They connect to the little the blade. The axe blade of here, let me show you. This has these two connecting ports over here. Basically, that's what it's connecting into. I also added the dino dome on the front because I thought that was kind of cool. Thought it was very menacing, very imposing, and I feel like it kind of plays with the dino triangle theme. We got like a head over here, head. That's pretty tight. But yeah, going back to this, like, dude, look at this. Like, this is all connected here. Yeah, and then this over here, you can see the heel. Oops, sorry. The heel over here is connected to the large leg. And so, yeah, dude, it's so well done. Then the head comes down, connects into the blade, and the blade is hugged by the calves. And then you got this bit over here as the heel stable. Dude, sorry, my bad. I just keep taking this out of shot. Forgive me. This is a nice heel stabilizer over here. And yeah. I'm not going to put them back together. I'm not going to Humpty Dumpty him and stuff. Or make a Humpty Dumpty attempt. But you can see this one over here. This is just way too loose, this connector. And this obviously is from a different factory. But so many cool things. And I love how he used the dino face to fill out that cavity inside the rack torso. That's so cool. Like, just being able to appreciate this person's art. Like, dude, when I go to museums, I can spend the entire day at museums, you know that? I can spend the entire day at museums just looking at people's sculptures, looking at their paintings, absorbing the nuances, trying to understand, trying to interpret, have my own interpretation of things. Yeah, dude, I'm just a lover of the arts, visual, auditory, tactile, like all of that stuff, all of that stuff. And hold up. All right, that's a little bit better. This one over here is kind of interesting in that like I made it just kind of balance on the blade a little bit. And yeah, you can see how like the dino head is plugged into this, and it threads, the chin part is plugged into this. This comes back here and it plugs into these legs plugging into these tiny legs into the torso. So it's like, dude, solid. And then we have, this is an illegal building technique that I use as well, where you pop this off, the crowns off of the dinosaurs. And when I say illegal building technique, is like Hasbro doesn't want you to pop these off your toys because, you know, they're afraid that you're going to break it. They don't have any malicious intent, but those are the things I call illegal building techniques, like the Farble claw. When you pop out the Paleotrex, the claw from the stalk of the wrist, that's like an illegal building technique. When I pop off the crash bar arm from the shoulder, that's an illegal building technique. But yeah, sometimes it's necessary, you know what I mean? And yeah, like Lego has also illegal building techniques as well, meaning like you're doing things that they don't want you to do, so to speak. But a lot of really cool stuff, especially if you watch like channels like Brick Bending. Oh, my man is a G. My man is a certified G. And yeah, you'll see he does some magic with Legos and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. This is so cool. I had a lot of fun building this. Like, I'm trying to think how long it took me to actually break this all down and rebuild everything. Maybe 3 to 4 hours, including like yesterday evening and then also this morning. But boy, it was fun. I enjoyed every second of it. I got totally lost on it. I didn't even know how much time was passing. Yeah, I just turned on some classical music. Usually when I'm building stuff, it's if I don't have YouTube running in the background, I'm listening to classical music or Word Burglar. And yeah. Anyway, friends, yeah, thought it'd be cool to kind of throw up a remix, you know, start working on some bone versus like bots all the time. And I will catch you all another time, okay? I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate you watching to the end, especially, you know, because like I said, it helps with the channel relevance and the algorithm and all that jazz. And yeah, I will catch you next time in the next video. Bye-bye.